The beloved 13th century poet Rumi once said, "In the existence of your love, I become non-existent." What he is pointing to here is that existence itself is love, and that the I that becomes non-existent is the egoic-I. The only way to experience love directly as yourself is in the absence of the sense of I, the sense of me, the sense of individual. And in that absence, the direct experience of love is present. This ties directly into Ramana Maharshi's quote that says, "Your glory lies where you cease to exist." The you that ceases to exist is the egoic you. It's the person. It's the one that believes it's doing this life. And in that belief of doing this life, you veil your glory. And that glory could be tied to Rumi's quote of love. This is when the I, the egoic I, divests itself of its I, and what remains is the universal I. So when the I divests itself of I, all that remains is I. When the egoic I divests itself of itself, what remains is the universal I, the love of yourself. Only those who have the courage and the desire to know love directly can ever experience what is being pointed to by these two great masters. This meditation is dedicated to the ones who have the courage to let go, to divest themselves from their egoic self and rest in the universal I of love. as you sit here in silence and stillness, notice the absence of movement. You are devoid of activity. It takes absolutely no effort to sit still. Even if there are feelings within your body that are moving around, or any thoughts or images in your mind, you cannot deny that stillness is present, the absence of activity. Even if you have movement in your body or your mind, notice that nobody does movement within the body or the mind. They just happen on their own accord. Nobody has to do, or nobody is doing, internal body movement or mental movement. And even if you are experiencing this inner body movement, which you could say could be buzzing or energy or even negative or positive emotions, plus your mental movement of thought, nobody does that. For who is doing that right now? It's illogical. Somebody is doing that you are doing internal and mental movement. And yet, even if your inner body or mind is having these types of movements, notice that you aren't physically moving at all. You are absolutely still. Who does stillness? Recognize that nobody does the absence of physical movement, the absence of stillness, the absence of just sitting here in silence. You do not have to do stillness and silence. It is just happening as the absence of movement. No person is required to do the absence of anything. Turn your attention to the non-activity of stillness. For you cannot deny that stillness is not happening. And in this noticing of stillness, which nobody does, something remains present. The stillness has a quality to it. This quality is presence. It's being. It's the stillness of being. In which there is no egoic-I present. in the absence of doer, being is present. This is the experience of the Rumi quote. For being is existence. And you are experiencing this existence right now. In the existence of your love. The egoic-I becomes non-existent. Love is absolute stillness and silence. It's total unity. There is no distance between you and love. Love is the experience of love falling in love with itself. You falling in love with yourself. And in this unity of love, the ego-I is non-existent. Only the existence of love exists. When your love rests in and as itself, this is the experience of your glory. And this glory is experienced where the ego ceases to exist. No person exists where love exists. And in your direct experience at this very moment, sitting absolutely still, which requires nobody to do, you experience the existence of this glory. Utilize this meditation to bridge you back into the existence of your love. The love of being. When being seats itself in itself, falling deeper and deeper in love with itself. This stillness is being. Continue to turn your attention into the absence of movement, which is the stillness you're experiencing, and never, ever turn your attention away. And the more you hold your attention onto the stillness of being, the love of yourself will grow deeper and deeper until there is no you and love. There is no distance between you and love. There is only the existence of the one love of being. Rest here and never, ever leave. Namaste.